All right, look at us. What is going on, everybody? Right off the top of the gate here, we have Ryan from Cleverbeard joining us tonight. So that's who you're seeing here if you're not familiar. But I just want to say hey to everybody real quick. We got Waltimus Prime, Matt, Cody, Jason, Rob, uh, Casey, Stefan, Russ, E-Rock, Johnny Grooms, what's up? Bearded Billy, and then Montreal, Acker's in here. Oops, sorry, Acker. I didn't mean to say that. I mean, Rob. Sorry, Rob. So we got Rob in here, and we got some people in here. And tonight we're coming to you with Ryan. We want to talk about some Cleverbeard. We're going to get the journey from him. We're going to get some info on this new Christmas scent, this new holiday scent everybody's been seeing around on Instagram and trying to get their hands on, but you can't yet. But we're going to tell you when we can. We also have two giveaways. We're going to give away one of these Silent Nights. We're going to give away a Wonderland, or is it Wonderland or Wonderful?
Wonderland.
Okay, we're going to give away a Wonderland. So we got two giveaways for you guys. And then we got an FB20 discount code, which is good for 20%, and that's ongoing. So let's just kick this off, first of all, by saying hey to everybody in the chat. And while Ryan says hey and introduces a little bit about him, why don't you guys type in the chat what you guys are wearing in Beard tonight? And while they're doing that, Ryan, how you doing, man? Tell us a little bit about you and Cleverbeard. We just kind of seen you coming around in the last couple months. So give us a kind of a rundown of, you know, your company a little bit, how you guys started, all that fantastic stuff while everybody's typing what they're wearing.
Yeah. And I really appreciate you having me on. For Cleverbeard, the idea of Cleverbeard really kind of came about the end of last summer, and that was when I was kind of a consumer. And at that point I was watching, guys like you and guys like Barbado Joe and some of the guys in this chat do their beard review thing, and it kind of inspired me to start a company. And we officially launched on February 27th, and it's been a wild ride ever since then. We're only 8 months into this, and things have kind of gotten crazy recently, and so to kind of come full circle as a consumer, who was watching beard review videos and watching your live streams and some of the other guys' live streams, to be here tonight is kind of cool, man. It's been a really cool journey.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was first, I kind of seen you around on Instagram a little bit, and probably other people's live streams. I don't know exactly where I saw you first, but then it's like I started seeing posts on Instagram, and like the first thing that attracted me like right away is like I get attracted to artwork, visuals, because that's really your first impression of everything, unless you're walking around blind and you just happen to smell something. But your vision is the first that you like impression that you always get. And I saw the owl and I saw the label and just the artwork, and I was like, interesting. So it gets me to click, because that's what I'm into, is the graphic side of it. And so then I kind of checked it out, and then we were doing the fall extravaganza, and you sent out some scents for that, and I was just like, holy cow, what is, like, this is some good feeling beard stuff. So tell us a little bit more about like the company. Where are you from? I know there's some other guys in the business, so kind of like their roles, and we'll continue to let people pile in here while you're telling us about that, and then we'll shoot a giveaway for the early people here in a little bit.
Sounds good. Yeah. So we've got an interesting kind of business concept, business model, where there's three of us. And so, I'm usually going to be the person that you're going to kind of see out in front. I'm going to be the one on live streams. And I'm based in Chicago. So I've been in Chicago for about 2 years. Started the company, the idea of the company kind of came about shortly after I moved here, and originally lived in Pittsburgh for 30 years. And then my business partner, I have two of them, Jeff and Sierra, who are married. They live in St. Louis. And so it's kind of interesting. You've got two cities, and there's a lot of logistical nightmares, as you could probably imagine, having that go down. But we somehow make it work. And, I think the reason that I brought Jeff and Sierra in early on was just because where I saw myself being able to take this company, a year, 2, 3 years out, bringing them in, their business minds and their ability to create products as well, because they also had an interest in this just put me so much farther along than I probably would have been at this point. And so, my role is, you're going to see me out in front. I create probably 85 to 90% of the scent profiles, the labeling and all of that, the Instagram, that's all me. And then Jeff and Sierra kind of run a lot of logistics. They were instrumental in coming up with the beard balm, the butter, the wash. And so collectively, we just make a really good team. So it's been an interesting, a tough 8 months, but it's all been worth it up to this point.
So from what I gather from that is you're kind of the marketing guru, and they're making the products in St. Louis there, and then you're doing all the marketing for it. Is that kind of high overview of how it works?
Kind of. So we make products in both areas, right? So we're making the balms, the oils, you name it, in both locations. A lot of the R&D side of it comes from St. Louis, but you're correct with the marketing and all of that primarily comes from the Chicago side.
Oh, that's crazy. I can imagine, it just gets my head going. This stuff interests me. So it's how do you guys come up with scent profiles? Does shipping back and forth, is that the logistical side of it? Is hey, I came up with this awesome thing. I'm going to send you some and you're going to see what you think? Or how does that process work for you guys in two separate spots of coming up with a scent profile?
Yeah, I should have named it Post Office Beard Co, man, because you're exactly right. I mean, we rely on sending things back and forth to each other. And Tyson, every single scent profile, it kind of has its own story to it. From the seafarer to the golfer, to Silent Night, it all starts with something in our lives. And then we kind of build a scent profile around that. And then we spend some time sending it back and forth. One of the good things right now is because we only live, 4.5 hours away from each other is, I occasionally will take the train down to St. Louis to stay with them and work on some stuff. We also have met in the middle. We do a lot of camping trips. So we go out to Iowa and just spend a weekend out there getting away from everything. But, we use that time to kind of bring each other products. So we get, when you have kind of a layout like this, you have to think outside the box a little bit. And so we've done a really good job being able to do that.
I feel like the more, as of late, it's you hear more and more about Iowa. So I feel like there needs to be an Iowa meetup at some point, I'm super close to Iowa. Granted, I'm on the other side of South Dakota, but our border touches Iowa, so I feel close. When you're in South Dakota, you feel like everything's, if it's 8 hours away, it's close.
Yeah.
So, so that's interesting. So were you guys lifelong friends or anything like that? Or did you just kind of meet with business, or how's your guys' background friendship? How does that all work?
Yeah. So 2007, Jeff hired me on to work logistics with the PGA Tour when I was an undergrad. And so, that kind of led to a lifelong friendship. And we, in 2010, he hired me again to come work out in minor league baseball. And he stood up at my wedding, and Sierra, we met out when we worked in minor league baseball in 2010. So kind of along the way, they met, they got into a relationship. And so, you're looking at a friendship that spans, 13 years now. And, on the business side, Jeff and I are very similar when it comes to, our ideas. So it just always worked out.
That's super awesome. So you've actually been around in the PGA Tour side of things, minor league baseball, is that you said? Minor league baseball.
Yeah.
So, man, what do you do now then?
So now I actually work for a company that manages the Illinois lottery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you have all the secrets on how to win it?
If I did, I couldn't tell you, but yeah, I just started that role about 3 or 4 months ago. I was actually furloughed at the beginning of the pandemic, and then ended up getting that job about 6 months later.
So tell us about your beard a little bit. How long have you had a beard, grown a beard? What's your kind of background story with the beard?
Man, since I could grow a beard, I've had one. Sitting in English class in Barbado Joe's class back in high school. I was doing my best to grow that beard out, and I've always had an interest in kind of having a beard and growing it out, and kind of maintaining it. And I rock the Mike Tomlin kind of chin strap in college, and so I've always kind of experimented with it, but always been something that I gravitated towards.
I feel like at some point everybody rocked a chin strap. Like that was my
it's a rite of passage,
18 to 25-year-old self was the chin strap, and the boy band look. I think that's like the college age, but so like that's kind of a funny story, right? Is like I think most people in the chat know of Barbado Joe, and he was actually your teacher, correct?
Yep, correct. That was 10th grade. I was coming into a new school district, and he was one of the first teachers that I had. And, it was just a really, really good teacher. It's funny, like you see his reviews, he's exactly as advertised on the teaching side as well. A really good teacher. And so, last summer I saw he kind of started his beard review journey, and I kind of started following him along. And that's kind of what got me interested in all of this.
Yeah, that's super crazy. So
small world, right?
Yeah, that is such a small world. But hey, welcome, David. How you doing, man?
Hey, David.
Well, Murphy's Law just kicked in about 5 minutes ago, and my computer decided it hated me, and then my camera decided it hated me. We're all getting along now. So, what's up, Ryan? This is the first time you and I have talked face to face. It's nice to meet you, man.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Really excited.
It's the first time I've talked to Ryan face to face too. We've DM'd some, but like face to face, yeah, this is. I mean, I've seen him on live streams before, but so we're just talking some clever beards. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? And everybody else that's come in that I've missed, but
so I know it's one that's out of season, but I've got to give you kudos on the golfer.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That is an amazing scent. An amazing scent. Very impressive.
Yeah, that's been one of our best sellers, which was kind of surprising to us, but people really seem to kind of gravitate towards that.
Well, I think it's something that not a lot of people are doing. There's been what was it? Peach, grass,
magnolia.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a mix that a lot of people haven't tempted. There's been a couple peaches in the mix before, but I mean, that one's fantastic.
Thanks, man. That's our love letter to the Masters. We were just talking about the PGA Tour, so that's kind of where that idea came about.
Yeah, see, and I haven't tried the golfer. I'm going to have to get into that because that's the one that I just continue to hear about. And then I think Rob mentioned one earlier, but I'm not 100% sure which one he was talking about. But so, I just got to get into it again. And what's kind of behind the name Clever Beard? Somebody just said they like the name. So tell us about how you guys came up with the name, the logo, the artwork, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, this is always my favorite part to talk about. So Clever Beard came about because I love playing fantasy sports, fantasy baseball, fantasy football, you name it. And so I've been playing since the early 2000s, and every single time, I'm sure, you guys have probably been in leagues before, but you see guys who will pick these names that are just outlandish. And, they're interesting names, but they went on Google and they Googled, LOL fantasy football names. And so for me, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, every year it's always been clever football name, clever baseball name. And so last year I was in a fantasy baseball league, and I was in a championship. And it was at that time that I was thinking about starting a company. And so I told myself, if I win this league, I'm going to take all the winnings and just put it all into ingredients and start a company. And I ended up winning the league, and I did exactly that. And I started talking to Jeff about, everything that I was thinking. And he was like, "You're going to name it Clever Beard Co., aren't you?" And I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking. So we ended up doing that. And then, when it came time to kind of pick our mascot, it was between an owl and a fox, right? And there's already companies out there who were doing the fox. I didn't see the owl really anywhere. So we kind of ran with it. And then, it was off to the races getting a logo down that I actually liked. So.
Yeah, and you can do a lot. I didn't realize how much you could do with an owl. but I mean, an owl looks pretty awesome with a beard, and you can do
Yeah.
a lot of different things with it. So, tell us about America the Beautiful a little bit.
Yeah, America the Beautiful. Yeah, so that was one of the first scent profiles that I came up with, and when I was starting the company, I wanted it to mean something. I didn't want to just start a beard company. I wanted to do a little bit of good, and so I was talking with my cousin. Both my cousin and my older brother were in the Marines, and I asked my cousin, I want to donate a portion of the product to something that is tied in with veterans. And I was like, where should I donate? And he immediately said Mission 22. It's something that's kind of near and dear to his heart. And, Mission 22 provides resources and money to veterans with PTSD and, different issues. And so we donate 22% of anything that you order in the America the Beautiful line. 22% of that goes back to Mission 22. And we make a quarterly donation. And, we got a really good relationship with them. That's why you see kind of their logo right on our bottles and things like that. So they're just a fantastic organization. If you guys haven't checked them out, check out Mission 22. They're doing a lot of really good work. And Giving Tuesday's coming up here in about a week. So keep them in mind if you guys are thinking about making any donations.
Heck yeah.
What's their website, Ryan?
I believe it's just mission22.com.
Yeah, I'd like to check that out for sure.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of good.
And somebody asked in the chat, how come all the butters aren't available? Like, butters aren't available in every scent. They're not available as standalone. It's only in like bundles.
Yeah, good question. So that was kind of designed on purpose. So over the summertime, we were having a lot of logistical issues with our butters, and we were packing them with 2 ice packs, and we were still having issues where it was melting. And so we took it down over the summer and in the fall, and we're talking right now about bringing them back for the winter time, because it's going to be a lot easier to ship them in the winter time. It's just, those of you who ordered butters, that sometimes they can just melt, and logistically it's just a nightmare. So keep your eyes open for that.
And you do, if you want to order, have the discount code FB20 to save 20%. But we also have 2 giveaways. Which one would you like to do first, Ryan?
Let's start out with the Wonderland. I think let's save the other one for last.
Okay, which one are we doing? Sorry, I was reading a comment.
The Wonderland, which
Okay.
is hot
Wonderland.
cocoa, peppermint, and fresh snow.
Oh, snap. Is the Silent Night going to come with a butter, or is it just oil?
It's just going to be the oil. Yeah, for right now, it's just the oil.
All right. Let's see. I'm coming up with a random number here.
377. That's pretty random.
No, I'm going to do the first person to get the number correct. A number between 80 and 100. 80 and 100. Go ahead and go. First person that gets it right gets the Wonderland Beard Oil from Clever Beard.
Well played, Rob. Well played. So I know, and I want to clearly apologize again for being tardy, but did you guys already talk about Silent Night? Has that been covered yet?
We haven't talked too much about it yet. No.
No.
So I just want to say, my wife, my daughter, and I all agree that is the Christmas scent so far. And I've had quite a few Christmas scents, and they're all good. I'm not saying they're bad. I just think you hit the nail on the head with that one. It is amazing. You did a great job. Great job.
Thanks, David. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
I actually have it going in a diffuser upstairs because I have a fake tree and I want it to smell like Christmas. So kind of cheating,
Nice.
but
There
whatever. You do what you do,
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we do not have a winner, so I'm just going to let you guys go with round 2. Pick a different number, pick the same number, but I'm going to keep the number the same. So see how clever you guys are.
Ooh,
See
well
what I did
played.
there?
Got him.
Well played. See, sometimes people get your sense of humor, Tyson.
Sometimes, not very often. And it's even worse right now with fighting being sick and everything. It's just like it's even worse to try to portray. Let's see.
So I think the first, I was trying to think about this. The first post I think I ever saw for Clever Beards, it seems like it was a Valentine's Day scent.
That'd be the romantic.
Yeah, and I remember looking at the picture because some companies do just a snapshot. Some people don't do snapshots at all. Some people just throw the name out there and maybe their logo. But I remember thinking to myself and looking at that like this is going to be something. You can always tell when people put their heart into things, and I'm not saying other people don't. I'm just saying it shows. But that was a great scent too.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was the first one that I created. So really glad that you say that.
So talking about creating, just because I think I know I couldn't do it. I'm not a very artsy guy. But how do you go about something like Silent Night? Like, what does the process look like to get into that?
Second. Do round 3, everybody. Round 3, same number. 80 to 100. Come on.
Yeah. So I think every single scent profile is different. And in Silent Night, I knew that I wanted to have something for Christmas that was really special. That was probably a 6-month, just months and month process to come up with that scent profile. And I got it to a point where I was like, this is really good. And then shipped it kind of down to St. Louis to see what they thought. And they were like, we have something we want to add to this. And they added, their little ingredients to it, sent it back. And I was like, that's it. It was a group effort. And so I think having 3 of us who love product, love, scent profiles, it just really kind of came together for this one. And, I just wanted something that kind of connected you back to that childhood memories of what Christmas was like growing up. And so hopefully we did that.
Yeah, I believe so. And in my situation anyway, there's 2 winter scents, particularly yours being one, and then another companies that do that for me. They take me back.
So the winner is Beardius Maximus.
All right.
Reviews.
Congratulations, Gabe.
83
Nice,
on the
congrats.
3rd round. So just reach out to you on Instagram.
Yep,
Okay.
just DM us and we'll take care of you.
Yeah, so let's keep talking about this Silent Night, like Christmas Eve in a bottle. And so when I smell it,
Got it
like
right
I
here.
said this in the review, but for anybody that didn't see the review, I get like something Swedish, like, and I said apples, and then like a Christmas tree, like a pine tree. So, are you giving any hints of what's in it yet? Are you telling people, or is it waiting? Because this scent comes out Thanksgiving night at 8 Eastern, right? 7 Central.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's when you can get it, and you can use the discount code FB20. But it's sweet, and it's pine tree, and it's super nice. Like I feel like we just like, is it apples?
Nope, it's not apples, and I'm not going to give too much of it away. I'll say it. You're absolutely right in the fact that it kind of takes that. It's like being outside in a Christmas farm. Kind of growing up in Pennsylvania, I was always, cutting down our own Christmas trees and being on Christmas farms, and so there's that element. But you're absolutely right. You kind of have that sweet element that mixes really well with it. And so there's probably about 4 or 5 things that make the sweet side. I'll give you one hint, one ingredient that's on the sweet side. So we use lingonberries is one of the ingredients that kind of ties in with that, which I haven't seen anybody do. And it kind of, growing up, we ate a lot of lingonberries and apples and fruity treats like that for Christmas. So I wanted to kind of bring that into the mix for that. But that's just a very small part of it.
Am I the only one that has no idea what that berry is?
I have no idea what a lingonberry is.
Okay. I just want
Yeah, so lingonberry is kind of like a Scandinavian cranberry.
Oh,
Okay, so it's a cranberry.
Mhm.
Like I would know cranberries, but I don't know. I don't get too much. I don't get too much cranberry scent out of it. But
Yep.
I guess with cranberry, I'm thinking more like a tart fruit
Mhm.
scent, and to me, it's like a sweet fruit scent. So I don't know. Well, I guess we're gonna find out on Thanksgiving. Like, are you releasing the scent before Thanksgiving, or is it like the scent goes live and you're gonna release it, or are you not gonna release the scent profile at all?
As of this point, we don't really have any. I don't think we're going to release a scent profile. I want to see what people pick up, and to be honest, I mean, there's so many different things that are mixed into it. At some point, we'll probably tell you a little bit more, but we're gonna keep it under wraps for right now.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like I
Christmas Eve in a
said,
bottle.
It is
yeah,
indeed.
and like I said, with Christmas Eve in a bottle, like I think of like sitting around the fireplace with the Christmas tree going and watching a movie, and you're in your flannel pajamas, and I'm trying to figure out what that smells like, and the only thing I could think of is Aubrey sitting over there eating popcorn, farting, and like I just like
Those
it
are
just
not
doesn't
any of
smell
the
like that though.
profiles. Yeah.
that's
We
just
didn't have that. Not for 2020.
None of that's in there.
Yeah. So I don't know, but so far from what I've experienced this year, it's the best Christmas scent. Now I haven't tried a whole ton of them, but a lot of what you get with Christmas scents is like peppermint and things like that. And now I do love peppermint, but this is just completely different. I'm not much of a pine scent guy, but I actually really like this. But
Yeah.
more beyond the scent profile, like feel and beard for me is one of the most important things. And there's quite a few companies. Well, the list is getting a little bit longer as I know my beard more, but there's not a ton of companies that I can wear just an oil day, night, and be content with how my beard feels. But when I put in your beard oil for the fall extravaganza and I was messing around with those fall scents, it was just like, okay, I got to get more into this and see what other scents you have going on, because the feel and beard was great. And I think there was a couple of guys even on the fall extravaganza that had you at the number one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, which is just blew my mind, man. I mean, that whole thing was really kind of cool to see, you know, because you guys were guys that I've been watching for months as beard reviewers. So that's just kind of validation on our side. So we're really happy that you guys are enjoying our products.
So, what's it look like from here on in? I know we have nobody does like a New Year scent. I'm sure that would be kind of cool, just getting over 2021 scent. But
We have one.
the romantic, is it going to come back?
Yeah, I mean the romantic is available now, and we have the resolution, which is our New Year's Eve scent. So that's
Really?
So that's champagne, blueberries, and thyme. We threw that in there as a little pun, but yeah, it's in fact that's a part of our holiday oil trio. That was an early Black Friday deal that we're running right now. So we've got Thanksgiving, the Wonderland, and the Resolution, 3 oils for $34.99. It comes with a little kind of travel bag. But yeah, that's live on our site now.
So less than $12 a bottle
Mhm.
for amazing feeling beard and a great scent. You can't touch that. That's nice, man. That's a gift in itself.
Yeah, appreciate that. We've got a lot of deals going on for Black Friday. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, I this year's been so weird. I've been kind of skeptical to do any kind of Black Friday planning, but I have the day off, so I might just sit around and buy beard products all day.
There you go. And you know, this year there's so many, as a consumer, because I'm a consumer myself, there's so many good beard products that are out there for the holiday season. I mean, you look at you've got Copper Johns with their Coming Home, and a Renewed Man, another one who's in here who, I've been looking at their products as well. I just, as a consumer this year for the holidays, I'm really excited about what everybody's coming out with, and what a time to be somebody who's into beer products, man. I love it.
Yeah,
I think
agreed.
as time, right now, what we've traditionally seen for like Christmas scents is a lot of peppermint. I think we're still seeing some of that this year, but what I'm seeing from some of these coming out too is taking completely different off the wall things that you wouldn't normally think of as the Christmas, like a peppermint oud, and and like kind of mixing something just crazy off the wall. And so, I mean, I guess just in general, like the artistry of making scents is really evolved this year and come to a different level. And I don't know that, I don't think a lot of us look at that because there's so many scents coming out all the time and there's new companies coming up. But the scent side of it, I think just overall, if you look at some of the mixtures that there is right now compared to December of last year, there's just a whole different world. Oh, I don't think so, Billy. Somebody's saying I get beat for this belt. 2020 ends when Tyson gets beat for the belt. This belt ain't going nowhere. In fact, I do have a new eating challenge coming up soon, which I really just have to arrange it. It might even be Wednesday night, but it's going to be a monster drink off, a 5-minute monster drink off. Who can drink the most monsters in 5 minutes? And I know Seth is going to be in it, and there's a couple others I don't remember, but
Ooh-wee.
we'll have to do a monster drink off. Maybe we'll go 10 minutes. I don't know. We'll see who explodes first. But I think Seth needs to be able to smell and breathe, and I got to get over what I got. So I think it'll be coming up soon. But back to beard products.
So Silent
Stickers.
Night is already sold out. That's awesome.
No.
No, it hasn't come out yet. We've. I think there's some confusion because we have it on our website, and it says sold out, but it's not available yet. So it's going to be available on Thanksgiving. At 8:00. We'll drop it, and the first 25 are going to come with this kind of logo bag right here. I don't know if you could see that. And then after 25, you're still going to get the black bag. It's just not going to have the logo on it. But you'll get, your Silent Night, and then we've got some holiday stickers that we're going to throw in your bag, a couple holiday stickers here. And then if you get, I don't know if you can see that, that's our Resolution logo.
I like that one.
And if you get the Silent Night, it unlocks free shipping for your entire order. We're also running a BOGO deal that night too. So you get the Silent Night, you get a BOGO, you're going to get free shipping. We're dropping the sampler kit, which is going to be the Wonderland sampler kit that night as well. So we've got a lot going on for Black Friday. Really excited.
How you doing, Chris? Corey, Pete, people I haven't said hello to. Jay Cruz, what's going on? Sean, how's it going? So a lot of good folks coming out here.
And your mailbox looks like you got a Christmas present because you have a big red foil envelope.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
foil envelope it comes in.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just, for us, I think, and as a consumer, again, I always say as a consumer, because that's how my mind thinks of just seeing that red kind of foil envelope in your mailbox. It just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're getting a Christmas present. So we wanted to kind of think top to bottom what that experience was going to be like. And so that's kind of how we built everything around it.
And I think that pays off in the long run. I mean, talking about on the consumer side, it's the experience, right? It's everything included in the experience from when, I don't see the mailman drop it off, but when I get home and I see a package or something in my mailbox, I open it up. All of that stuff goes into the experience of, do I want to do this again? And I think, I wish more people would look into that. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I've had some of the best beard oils or products I've ever had just come in a plain envelope. But those ones that stick out to me are like, hey, somebody took the extra time. Somebody put some thought into this. And it just, I don't know, it gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, and I like that.
Yeah, and I think you look at the guys who are doing really well. They're the guys who do exactly that. Adam at Honiaker writes a handwritten little card for every single one. David with Luxurious Bastard puts a little piece of bubble gum in each one and writes things. And so these guys who are taking the time to kind of think through that process are the ones who are able to connect with the customers.
Yeah, agreed.
Hey, Andy, Sean, everybody else that's coming in, just want to say hey. But yeah, and that goes back to what we talked about earlier. Like, I've always been about experience. I work in the corporate world, and we get pounded with experience all the time. That experience is the number one key in everything, and that's how my life's been for the last 20 years, it seems like, is experience. And, it goes back to what we talked about earlier, is like the first thing that people see when they open their mailbox is your package. Mm-hmm. And the next thing they see is what's inside the package. Like, the scent is fourth on the list. Realistically, they see the package, they see the inside of the package and the presentation, the label. They get to feel it before they even smell it. So there's so many different aspects. And even when you get into feel, like, let's not talk too much about feel, but this is the old school type paper label. Like, you spill oil on it, it's that craft paper type. You spill oil, it's going to stain, it's going to look vintage-ish. Yeah. So there is a different feel to it than like a glossy label for sure. But those are all things that go. And I think people see the stickers. A lot of people look at receipts and see if there's a handwritten note or anything like that. So that all hits you before the scent does, and that's just big on me, because at the end of the day, it's like, if it doesn't smell good, I'm still probably, if I had a good experience with everything, going to purchase again just because the scent didn't smell good. But if everything just comes in an awful experience and it smells amazing, I might not purchase again, because there's a value that comes with experience that people are willing to pay for. And if you have a great experience at $20 for an oil versus a not great experience at $20 for an oil, which one are you more likely to do? You're going to go back to the one that has the good experience, same price, So it's all like little stuff like that adds up to make a successful experience. But we have a question in the comments for you that's like, so it was about the hang on, let me scroll back up and check. How do you figure out, how'd you figure out the accounting side of your business? Do you guys have an accountant or something like that? Or how do you try to come up with things like making it valuable? So I think with your Thanksgiving / Black Friday or whatever you want to call it, deal, like that's really creative. And okay, if you get this, we're going to put a special presentation on it. You're making an experience out of it. And then you're going to unlock free shipping for everything else that you want to add. Like, who's the brains behind all that? And the sticker side of the company, is that all into marketing, or how do you guys handle that?
So a lot of that's going to be Jeff and I. We both went through our executive MBA programs at the same time, different universities, and that was one of the things that we kind of picked up on, was the financial side of it. For us, I think a lot of the different promotions and things that we do, we kind of put it under the marketing category, and file it there. But we're only 8 months into this, so a lot of this is kind of trial and error, pulling different levers and things like that. And, so we're still figuring out a lot of things as we go. And I think as we go along, we're going to get more data when it comes to, the accounting side, what works, what doesn't work. And, so.
I don't think anybody comes in right off the bat and has experience just down to a pat. You got to learn along the way. So I think everything is a learning experience. And once you have it figured out, then you're on to the next experience, side of things. So I'm going to sit here and try to sniff this again real quick and see if I can pick up anything else. Like I'm struggling like a little bit. So
he's losing his sense of scent is what he's saying.
I'm losing everything. I lose my voice a little bit too when I talk too much.
You never talk too much, Tyson.
What are you talking about? It does smell so good. It smells so good.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Being a Jewish guy, reminding myself of what Christmas smells like is always a good experience too. So that's fun.
There you go.
So you mentioned. Go ahead, Tyson.
No, I was gonna say. You just ask something because my brain is just churning now. So, like, do you guys ever worry about experience or products being different, being made in two different places? Like, do you worry about like maybe you make it a little bit different than them, or do you have it down pretty pat to where you guys can produce the same stuff pretty easily?
Yeah, I think in the beginning there was a little bit of worry about that. But, to be honest, Tyson, I spent a lot of time, taking trains down to St. Louis and meeting up with them and Jeff coming up to Chicago, that we wanted to make sure that we got on the same page. And so I've spent weekends where I've been with Jeff and Sierra, at their place in St. Louis, just cooking all weekend and kind of teaching them some things as well in my process. And so, I feel like we're on the same page with a lot of that.
That's awesome. That's really good.
So you mentioned St. Louis, which is my home area. So does that make you a Chiefs fan, or Chicago? You're a Bears fan, or?
Yeah, I'm neither of those. I am a die-hard Steelers fan.
It makes sense. That's where you said you're from PA, right?
Yep. Born and raised 30 years in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, see you in the playoffs.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they look good, man. They look super good.
Both teams. It's interesting what happens when you actually have a quarterback that's healthy. We'll see.
Oh yeah, my entire life has been as a disappointed Chiefs fan until the last couple of years. So
This is your
feel
guys'
like-
era, man. I mean, that
Yeah.
young core that you have there is just it's insane. And that they're going to be a team that competes for the next 5-7 years. You got a huge window.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. So how do you like St. Louis? There's a lot of I always ask people that we go up there. I don't know 3-4 times a year for work. We have a big meeting up there. I'm a big fan of that town, so I always like to ask people how they like it.
I liked it. I mean, to be honest, though, I know pandemic St. Louis. So, I think that even my own neighborhood here in Chicago, I don't know what it really is like, and that's the only experience that I've gotten so far of St. Louis. So, ask me once this is all over and I can, kind of fully immerse myself in all of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool jazz stuff out there. Anyway, sorry, go ahead, Tyson.
Well, I have one really, really important question, which I'll save for after this next question. So this next question, is there a butter outside of the kids, which I don't believe there is. Is that something that's ever going to happen?
Probably in the wintertime. We'll probably just drop it when nobody's paying attention in the wintertime. Like I said, we just had a lot of logistical nightmares during the summertime. So we thought for the consumer, it was the best thing to do to kind of pull it back a little bit. And then, once the cooler months come out, we'll probably bring it back.
Okay, now for the super intense question. Like, this is the question of the night. Have you ever thought about growing a man bun?
I can't grow a man bun.
Like, I can see some stuff on the sides. It could just be like a man bun that wraps around type kind of.
Yeah, no, male pattern baldness has really done me in, man. When I was younger, I had the long flowing hair, kind of like you, but yeah, man. Once my mid to late 20s hit, it was all downhill.
Oh wow! Well, I have no idea. Like, baldness is nowhere in anybody in my family that I've ever seen. So I think I'd be all right. But we'll find out, I guess, as time goes on. Like, grow it while you have it, right?
Yep, exactly. I'm jealous.
It's kind of my thought. I need to grow it out. I'm getting a little bit older. Need to have something to comb frontwards, backwards, sideways, however I need it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to come over if you need to. If you start getting that bald spot back there, but. Somebody said their golfer butter was pudding when they got it in the summer, but it was still nice. So that's super good. I mean, I imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you consider your butter? Whipped?
It's whipped. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whipped butter. Yeah. And again, I mean, with Rob, we shipped his with the ice packs. We put it in kind of like a special wrap container. And when it's 95 degrees outside, there's only so much you can do. You're kind of at the mercy of the post office. If it sits out their truck for a couple hours or whatever, that you can pack it the best that you possibly can. It sucks, but now that the winter's coming up, we're gonna probably bring them back.
I think a lot of companies ran into that issue last summer. I know I saw some posts from multiple companies like, what can we do? And I really think that just not doing it is the best idea. What I mean?
Yeah, and then you've got Ruddy Man, who completely thought outside the box and did his kind of summer butter, which is just like, mind blowing in the fact that he's got such a kind of business oriented mind that he would even think of that. So kudos to him for kind of coming up with that.
I mean, same way with you, thinking about peach, magnolia, and grass. I mean, that's outside the box for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, what does magnolia smell like anyway?
It's floral.
It's a floral, yeah. Yeah, it just mixes. It mixes really well with a peach, and I feel like because we worked a couple of the masters, so that's kind of how it was inspired. Is peach magnolia is the name of one of the holes down there, so it's just something that I was like, oh, let's see if those two things work, and they ended up working really well together.
Yeah, the only time I think of Magnolia, so there's a road right next to mine that's called Magnolia, but then there's I think of Chip and Joanna Gaines with the Magnolia collection. That's what I think about because I like their plates and silverware.
Yeah, they've got a good line. Yeah.
Okay, so we got about 15 minutes left here with Ryan. So get your questions in. We do have one more giveaway because we got to give away the holiday, the Silent Night. But I have to ask a question that everybody is asking. It's like I've gotten so many DMs on this, so many comments on my video, and everybody wants to know: is it seafarer or seafarer?
It's Seafair.
Yeah, you're like a seafaring ship.
Mm-hmm.
So the last R is silent. Seafarer.
Seafarer.
Yeah, air.
The R's there.
Tyson is still going through the debate of whether it's smelled or smelt. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know which one it is. It depends on the part of the country that you're in. That's why I ask about names like that, because in South Dakota here, we would just see it and we would say what we think it is. But then you talk to somebody on the coast and they say it completely something different. So it's like, let's just ask the creator what this actually is in their mind. So,
Yep.
yeah, I like what Blonde said. That mag. I hate to. I know we're talking about the Christmas stuff and those scents, and I hate to keep going back to the golfer, but Blonde said it best. It's not too floral at all. I think when you thought that out and played it through, I don't know. I can't think of another oil where two things where you don't think they go together like that came together. But I'll shut up about the golfer now. That's it.
I'm just glad you like it that much, man.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's a huge
I love it.
compliment.
Love it.
is Silent Night will be oil only, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so no balm, no butter. So we've had the question of will it have a butter? Now we have the question of will it have a balm? It's going to be oil only. Do you
Yeah,
guys
for 2020,
sell?
It's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys sell like a unscented balm or butter that people could get with it?
Yep. Yep. Just called the natural.
There you go. It's called the Natural. The Natural Golfer.
Also
Oh,
a great
see what I
movie.
did there?
Yep.
Yeah. What's up, Swag? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Cribs?
So, all right. So we got 8 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday night. Not only are you guys going to have your pants unzipped from eating too much turkey, too much pie, taking a nap, watching football, having seconds, but then at 8 p.m. Eastern time, you can go to Cleverbeard's website, FB20. You can show them the package that they get again and run down this promo one last time here.
Yep. So you've got on Black Friday, we've got your Silent Night. That first 25 get a logoed bag. Everybody after 25, you still get a bag. It just doesn't have a logo. It'll come with the Silent Night, a little bit of holiday swag, and that's going to unlock free shipping for your entire order. We've got our buy one, get one free oils that are going to be happening that night. All of our oils except for Silent Night. We've got our Wonderland sample kit that's going to be dropping. So for less than $40, you get a Wonderland beard oil, 1 ounce beard balm, 4 ounce Wonderland beard wash, and then a 1 ounce neck balm. Comes in a little TSA travel kit. And that also comes with free oil of your choice. No code needed. And then, of course, we've got our holiday oil kit, our holiday trio oil kit out right now. Which is Thanksgiving, the Wonderland, and the Resolution 3 oils for $34.99 that we dropped this week. Early Black Friday gift.
So on the trio, is the FB20 code available to use on the? I know it's and it's already an amazing deal, but I figure somebody's probably going to ask somewhere. So can you use the FB20 on the trio?
No, so the FB20 is not going to be good on the tree, the things that there are deals on, right? So the BOGO, your sampler kit, the Silent Night, those things that you're getting deals on. But we're going to run the 20%. We're just going to kind of keep it ongoing, so that way, even after Black Friday, you'll have that code available to you.
Yeah, and again, it is already an amazing deal. That's under $13 for each bottle of oil. So I mean, it's like its own discount code, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Big game
All right,
tonight,
so-
Cribs.
Yeah, there is a big game. Unfortunately, I don't get to watch it, so I will be checking in on my ESPN app whenever I can. But big game tonight. Hopefully, I get to send out just some revenge. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know,
we
like-
took a solid beating last time, and I feel like we
Yeah.
did it in stride. We took good stride on that.
and this time it's in Vegas, so hopefully they can get a rebound. But so BOGO is 11/26 as well, or just on the 25th?
So the buy one get one free deal is going to be we're going to run it from 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving all the way through Cyber Monday,
Nice.
and
Oh,
all
wow.
of those deals are gonna go.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram, like Thursday through Monday, is going to be repost after repost after repost after repost of deals because it's just like, holy cow! Like, there's gonna be so many good stuff going on. What's up, David?
Yeah, it's definitely a
Nice.
good year to be a bearded man.
Oh,
Yeah, and I, it's a good year for. I mean, I like to talk about, like everybody likes to talk about how bad 2020 is, but I like to try to see the positive side of things, and it's like just the way Black Friday, like the shopping season's going, it's already started, and so it's nice to see people doing things different, and maybe it'll change for next year, so we don't have to have a bunch of people in the stores fighting each other for everything.
Yeah, just have a weekend long of Cyber Monday, right?
Yeah. 8 p.m. Central Time. 8 p.m. Central Time, Josh. So,
Yep.
hey, I'm not afraid to be a grown man and shed a tear and admit when I shed a tear. And that beating that the Chiefs took by the Raiders, yeah, I definitely pouted for a little bit, maybe shed a tear. So, did you guys, when you started the company, did you guys ever see yourselves like right where you're at right now? I'm sure you're not where you want to be, but did you imagine, that you'd be sitting launching in a pretty hyped up Christmas scent this year and have the hype around it that you have?
I had always hoped that we would get to this point. I see myself in the company going in kind of increments, and I remember kind of just starting out and reaching out to guys like Honiak and Ruddy Man, and them giving me a lot of advice. And then I feel like now we're at the point where some young companies are starting to reach out to us, and some young reviewers are starting to reach out to us. And we're starting to work with them. And so I feel like it's interesting to kind of go through the different steps of a company in this community. I had always hoped that we would get here. I didn't think 8 months in that we would have a product that was this hyped, but it's a really good feeling, man. Because it's validation for all the hard work that you do. And so, it's awesome, man.
Where do you see yourself as a company? Where do you see the company going in the next 3 years?
We've got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of things that we still want to learn, a lot of different elements that we want to get down. I feel like our labeling is something that we want to, I love our labeling now. I love the old school look, but we want to kind of push the boundaries of our creative abilities with the labeling and things like that. We want to get more into retail, but, we don't want to get into like big box retail or anything like that. We want to get in with kind of some small mom and pop, some barber shops, and just kind of stay true to our core. We want to keep building our little army of supporters. And, I feel like there's some companies in the community that do a really good job of that, they've just got kind of this army of people who are excited about their products and follow along with what they do. And, we just want to keep learning and keep getting better at our craft and going forward.
What's up, Susana? Okay, so I had a question and I lost it, but I have other questions. So, are you sitting like literally on your top step of your stairs?
No, well, kind of, yes and no. I mean, my stairs are back there. I don't know if you can see them. But.
Like I see the hand railing. I'm like, is he really like sitting at the top step?
No.
of his stairs?
I'm actually sitting at my my computer desk right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
just short, Tyson.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, how tall are you? Because I'm short too.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna be the shortest one in the room again.
I'm about 5'5".
Oh, see, I'm like a half inch under. I'm right at 5'4.5". I'm right there.
There you go.
Holy cow! For the second time in 2 weeks, I'm the tallest guy in the room. That does not happen ever to me. Like unless I'm just hanging out with Aubrey.
Happy
See, I knew I
2020.
like this group. Yeah, I like this group.
Yeah,
Even
we're
more
the,
now.
we're the short guys here. But,
Yeah.
okay. So thoughts on? I remember my last two questions, and then we have a giveaway. Thoughts on half-ounce oil, 1-ounce balm. Like what,
Ooh.
as a business owner, as a way to cut prices, like would you envision something like that if somebody said like, I want half-ounce oils and 1-ounce balms?
So we have the 1-ounce bombs in the sampler kit right now. So, is it something that we would sell solo? Maybe, if there's enough, I think, demand for that. And as far as the half-ounce oils, I know that we've talked about, doing kind of like a sampler oil kit and things like that. I just don't think we're at that point right now, just because we have so many SKUs. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's something that we've thought about. We're always open to feedback when it comes to what people want. I feel like personally that although a lot of companies are starting to skew to larger products, that I think, and I know as a consumer, I can only speak for myself, that I feel like going smaller is actually the right way to go, because I have so many products that are sitting on my shelf that I just can't get to them all. And that's exactly why we created this sampler kit, where you've got smaller products. You've got the 4-ounce wash, you've got the 1-ounce beard balm, because I wanted to create something where people were going to use the entire thing. Right. And so, yeah, we're definitely open to that. Just not at this point individually, at least.
Dough and Heat scent, is that a big seller?
Not sure what that is.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not like, who names a scent that?
Yeah, that was a curveball.
Go with
That's
apples.
that's a great name for a scent. I wish we thought of that.
Go with apples. See, I'm like, I just read what's on the prompter.
You're anchormaning it up.
Yeah, like.
So what
lots of
about
bearded hunters?
Oh, gotcha. He's talking to Bushy.
So what about the wash? Like, I have become a big fan, since learning the porosity of my beard and all that stuff. Like, what's your go-to wash? Like, are you more of a liquid fan or a bar soap fan for your beard?
Yeah, so I like the liquid wash. Haven't really tried too many bars just yet. We just got our wash down to a point where we're really happy with it, and so I've been using that a lot. But I think that's at least probably my favorite. But I know that we talked about kind of trying some of the bars out as well. So as a consumer, I definitely want to try that as well.
Can I get the wash in the Silent Night scent?
No, not yet. Not this year, at least.
I'm anxious to the point of that happening, because I want my entire shower to smell like that.
Yeah, not this year. I mean, it sounds like there's going to be some demand when we release it. So, who knows what 2021 brings?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I am faithfully bearded.
Question
Like,
mark?
is that? Yeah. No. Well, he's trying to get me to do Ron Burgundy. Like, I think anyway, unless I'm just. Okay, so we're gonna do a giveaway here. I'm trying to get my random number generator opened up here. What we're gonna do a number between 50 and 60. So go ahead and go 50 and 60. 50 and 60. This is for a Silent Night. And if you win, you contact Ryan on Instagram.
Yep.
I had to. We've been talking
And we
about
do
this.
have a winner. Go ahead and stop. We have a winner.
That was fast.
Yeah, the first one Well, last time I did a number, like a 20, and no one was guessing. And then this time I do 10, and it's like we have way more guesses than last time. Okay, so the number was 57, as you can see here. So my Patriots fan brother, Matt the Sports Beard, is
nice.
the winner.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Matt.
Awesome.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, Matt, just DM us. We'll take care of you.
All right, and my last question before we round this out for the night is, can I get a Go Chiefs for tonight? Like, just a nice, Go Chiefs beat the Raiders.
That's what you want me to say?
Yeah.
Go Chiefs!
Yeah, see? Oh, there we go. Thank you.
There it is.
But who would you take, Chiefs or Raiders?
I would take Chiefs. I'm not a Raiders fan.
Okay, cool.
It takes a special breed to be a Raiders fan.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put down a whole team's like fan base.
Yeah, me
but-
neither. I grew up in that area, so I'm used to it. Try being a Chiefs fan right outside of Oakland, California. Not an easy stint.
Yeah. All right. So we will end it with that. I got to get to a family event here. So thanks for joining us, Ryan. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm super excited for Thanksgiving. I have the wash that I'm currently working with because it just came late to get in too much on the review. So I'll probably have something coming out on that because I really love washes, but try being an Eagles fan. Well, hey, a couple of years ago that was good. So, any closing comments, Ryan, to everybody in the chat?
No, guys, I really appreciate you both having me on, and this has been really great. I'm looking forward to this all week. So, thanks to you guys, and we'll see you guys all for our Black Friday sale.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we'll post it up on Instagram. It's, like I said, pay attention to Instagram. It's going to be reposting a lot of really good deals because this is the Beardsman's time of year to stock up on products. So
Absolutely.
take us home, David.
All right, guys. Have a great, blessed week. Make sure you are being safe and following all of the guidelines, whether you think it's a real thing or not. Think about somebody else instead of yourself. Guys, like I always say, make sure this week, especially a lot of time going into the holidays, maybe we have some people in the community that aren't doing so great. So make sure you reach out, show some love. A lot of communities look to our community to see how we interact with each other. So make sure you guys are supporting each other, not tearing anybody down. So be bearded,